How's it going, guys? Welcome to Audio Addiction. We have Highwind with us, and he can say his name and what he does.
What's going on? I'm Chris Russo. I am like the sole member of Highwind, so like everything that you guys will hear on the record is me. Yeah.
Awesome. So you're obviously a familiar face to the channel, from a different thing which we won't talk about. But
Dude, we can say I was in another band.
I know, but I don't want to start beef for no reason.
No, dude,
so
there's no beef.
So
You're
anyway, you're in a new you're doing a new project. So what brought about wanting to do Highwind, and just what are some of the kind of the motivations or some of the things behind the new band and the new sound?
It's okay. I was talking about this with someone today actually. Highwind kind of started for me wanting to record this one demo. Okay, back a little bit. I wasn't happy where I was musically. I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it anymore. I wasn't feeling doing the whole pop punk thing. So I wanted to do something different. So I went to CJ Rorella, who's been producing everything.
Yes.
I went to him one day. I was like, hey, can I just record a demo with you? Is that okay? He's like, yeah, sure. Let's record a demo and let's see what comes out of it. It went from recording that demo to having all these songs together and just, feeling it and wanting to write this record, wanting to record this EP. And it's ever since I started doing that first demo, I've had a lot of faith in the songs I've been putting together for this thing. And it's just kind of been a thing from there, getting people to play live with me since it's a solo project, having that kind of thing, and putting together the music video that we've been working on, and just everything that's going into it's just with each step that's been going on, it's just kind of been its own little fuel, its own little passion, and it's been very exciting.
Yeah, I can imagine, because I don't know how long you were in MLH for, but what are you obviously said you don't want to do pop punk anymore. So what is some of the direction? Is there any bands in particular that maybe influence the new sound or the direction you're going into? Okay,
it's very much like alternative rock meets pop rock meets a little bit of progressive rock and tiny bits of post-hardcore stuff. Obviously, the entire world knows that As It Is a big influence to me.
Absolutely.
The Dangerous Summer being a big one. You'll hear lead guitar stuff that's very reminiscent of Palm Muted 1975 kind of legs.
Okay.
Mid 2008 from First to Last can be thrown in there. There's a lot of different influences. The new Def Havana record, Rituals, being another big influence. Holding Absence, another newer band, being a bigger influence. There's a lot of different influences, and I think every influence I have will really be heard on this record, because I don't think any two songs sound the same, if that makes sense.
No, absolutely. And I feel with the bands that you just mentioned, Def Havana, I've been a fan of them for ever since they started out. And it's interesting to see how they progressed too, because they were very post-hardcore.
They were very much an Every Time I Die hardcore kind of band, and it was so cool seeing them go from this
to
years
pop,
later to being an indie pop band. It's insane.
Which is awesome, and I think it obviously shows a lot of progression, and I think I can see the same sort of motivations and same sort of feelings that you would get for your project. So you obviously work with CJ, so how's the EP come along? Has it finished? Have you finished writing what you've been writing? And is there any time frame in terms of when you feel it's going to come out or something like that?
EP's done.
It's
done.
Recorded. Okay,
the EP's recorded. We're working on mixing and mastering now. Everything I've heard so far, everything CJ's done is absolutely phenomenal, and I'm super happy I got to work with him. As far as a release goes, I'm hoping for late fall, early winter.
Yeah.
I don't want to give an exact date or anything like that just yet, because we're still working on mixing and mastering.
Of course,
we're still finishing the music video and everything like that.
Yeah.
But everything's at the finishing stretch. So I'm gonna say late fall, early winter estimate.
Okay, awesome. I know you're also playing your first show with Sales Ahead, Pulses, another homie of the channel, Poeta, another great band, another homie of the channel as well. So how do you feel your vibe in terms of live is going to be? Because I've definitely seen you before play live, obviously. But how is kind of the dynamic change? Can you maybe reveal who your band is, the extra people you have in your music? Also, there's a truck going by, so if you didn't hear that, no, I'll just edit myself in.
Dude, you're fine. As far as live goes, I'm very excited. I don't think I'm gonna be much different, honestly, because I'm very energetic no matter what.
Absolutely.
Whether I'm playing with a pop punk band or a hardcore band or an indie rock band, no matter what, I can't help but be excited and energetic about it. I don't think that's going to change by any means. As far as the live band goes, I'm going to let you all wait to see who I have in store for you guys.
Okay.
I have a lot of close friends helping out with this, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm going to let everyone wait to figure out who's helping me live.
Okay.
It might change here and there. I'm not, depending on who's available for what dates and things like that.
Yeah.
But that also being said, this is the first show. I don't really have anything booked after this just yet.
It's just kind of like, hey, I'm here.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of thing,
This is like my, hey, New Jersey, hey, alternative scene, I'm back in the music scene. This is what I have in store for you. Let's do this.
Awesome. I know that you also have done a lot of, like, you know, live work with some of our good friends, Idle Wave, which an interview will be going out with them very soon, and then Life itself. So do you feel like you draw influences from those bands by just being kind of a member that is live, or is it more or less just something you do out of fun? Because for me, it's like, I always see it as like, you know, if some band does it, like, for example, like one of my favorite bands, City and Color, he was in Alexis on Fire.
Yeah.
And so, like, do you find that you pull influences from like that sort of, you know,
From, like, the people I
hardcore, the
play
hardcore
with?
band? You also draw influence from, like, you know, Idle Wave, which is more like alternative. So, like, what do you feel like you bring anything else to the table in terms of, like, them or like something like that?
I guess I have two answers for this. From me helping them, I guess it depends on the aspect we're talking about. Because Guy and I have written together, and we absolutely bounce off each other as far as musicians go. He's a very fun musician to work with. He's
absolutely.
a very good writer, so
Great.
he definitely influences me a lot, like There's No Tomorrow. Even all the older stuff they did as Flammable Animals, I loved all of that stuff. I still listen to it a lot to this day. Guy, Joe, Kevin, those guys, they influenced me a lot as a musician and as a person. Very happy to get to know them. They've absolutely inspired me to do what I do now.
Oh, of course, yeah.
As far as Life itself goes, I love those guys to death. I don't think that the heavier sound is as much of an influence, if I'm being honest with you, because they're a melodic hardcore band.
Oh yeah, it's totally different.
What I'm going for, as it will have a bit of the heavier aspect. I have a cool little guest feature on the record that y'all should be in store for. Melodic hardcore influence. Very excited. Y'all are gonna like it. But as far as the EP in and of itself goes, I don't think it's a very hardcore influenced record. So as much as that, the heavier side of things influencing me, not a whole lot, but it's still definitely there.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. And in terms of, like, a lyrical standpoint, because I don't really touch on that because I feel like that's a personal note, but, like, what are some of the, like, topics or, like, theming that you have going on in the EP? Is there any sort of theming behind it, or is it more so, like, just this is this song, this is that song, that's that song kind of a thing?
Okay. When I talk about the title and all that at some point down the road, it's kind of going to be a giveaway. But basically the EP in and of itself has been a very personal, very open and honest record, which I don't think I ever haven't been open and honest in my songwriting, but I want how open and how honest I'm being with this record to kind of be a theme and to start a conversation with people.
Of course, yeah.
I feel like nowadays people are very closed off. It's very hard to talk about personal struggles that are going on, whether it be mental illness or talking about your sexuality or things like that. I feel like nowadays it's very hard to have a conversation without someone fighting back and things like that. And I want, with this record, I want to encourage people being open and honest with the struggles they go through, with some just being able to talk about what they've got going on, things like that. Just being able to pull a friend aside, or even talk to a stranger, honestly. Like, 'cause you never know who's going to be listening. You never know who's going to care. I want to encourage being open and honest, starting a conversation about what you've got going on, about what someone else has going on, and just kind of have mental health be a topic and it's something that people can talk about comfortably. Because, at the end of the day, we're all going through something. We're all struggling. We're all fighting something. We're all going through changes as a human because, that's what we do. As humans, we grow, we change. And I feel like that's what I've been doing, at least this past year. That's what I've been doing. As a person, I'll be open and honest. I've been struggling with a lot myself. I've been working on taking care of my mental health, and I wanted that to reflect in the records. Like I talk about seeing a therapist for the first time. I talk about the loss of my best friend Adam. And there's some other personal things. Like obviously, as a person, I'm very emotional. I wear my heart on my sleeve. If I catch feeling for someone, I get my heart ripped out of my chest. I'm gonna talk about it. So that's something that affected me heavily. So I want to be as open and honest as I can in my songwriting, and I want this record and the music I write to encourage others to be as open and as honest. So that's kind of the general theme of the EP, and I think the title will very much
tie it all together.
Exactly. It'll start a conversation in and of itself.
And, you know, I respect that a lot, not only because we're saying it on camera, because I do respect Chris a ton, but...
Which means more than anything, so thank you.
No problem. But I also feel like a lot of bands sort of have been tackling that issue in the past.
Which is a very good thing, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, no. I think it's great. I feel like not enough people talk about it personally. And so, not to kind of go on my own tangent here, but like I've always felt like for more recently, like last year I loved like the new Movements record, like Feel Something.
Dude, Feel Something is great. You kidding?
And to me, like I felt like it was just something that was honest. Like it was like a letter to like people out there to like be honest to yourself, and like, you know, I felt like it was the same thing. And what you're relating now is like the same sorts of like information that I'm getting from like, you know, listening to that record, is that like he's gone through grief, like he deals with like personal demons and stuff like that. And I think it's always important to talk about. I feel like, you know, I try to make myself apparent in terms of like, you know, what I go through and stuff like that on the channel, whether or not it's, you know, something that people know about or not anyway, or if they care. But I feel like it's always good to have that sort of like open like way for people to understand like you're not the only person going through that. And so that's really cool. But getting into some of the more lighter topics, with that new sound, if you could compile a dream tour that kind of fits the mold of the new stuff, who would you want to tour with? I feel like As It Is kind of
As It Is are number one. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Okay, if I could open an As It Is Dangerous Summer co-headliner, I'd be pretty content with life. If I could open an As It Is the Dangerous Summer co-headliner with Teenage Wrist and Highwind, like opening that, I'd be pretty happy.
Okay.
Because Teenage Wrist have also been a super big influence of mine. They're very much, and I'm gonna get so much hate for this, and I don't really care, but they're like Nirvana, but not overrated, and honestly a little better in my opinion.
I don't feel like that.
Like Nirvana with hints of Deftones, and I love the kind of sound they're going for.
Okay.
Please, like, don't kill me for my biased opinion. I'm sorry. I just really like Teenage Wrist and the record they put out this year. That'd probably be like the go-to.
That's the go-to.
Like As It Is, Dangerous Summer, and either Teenage Wrist or someone like I just had the name too. Oh well.
You'll remember it.
Yeah, I'll remember it later on. We'll be talking about this. We'll be talking about something else, and it'll come in. I'll be like,
honestly, it will just if Chris remembers, I'll just throw some text onto the screen.
That's fine. But yeah, we'll go with that for now. That's been like the biggest thing for me.
Okay, awesome. I have another question that's probably going to be super hard as well. That since this is kind of quote unquote the second interview, with the advent of like huge superhero movies, if you could compile like a musical supergroup, what person would be for each instrument? Like if I could, you could just take transplant.
Am I in this too? Am I in this?
If you want to be.
Okay, solid. Because I need to be in this if that's happening. Let's see. This is gonna be hard. Oh god damn! You're gonna make this really hard for me.
I didn't say my questions got any easier as the
clearly they haven't gotten easier. Okay, so now I feel so pressured. All right, I would have Patty Walters on vocals.
Okay.
Matt Good from First to Last on guitar and backing vocals.
Interesting.
Goddamn creative Facebook. Like, who else would I have in this band? I'd be on guitar too. I would definitely be on guitar. I'd be on the guitar. This is so hard. This is so hard. I feel so pressured to answer this right now. Am I allowed to go like I'm allowed to say anyone, like bigger names?
Anyone. It doesn't matter. It could
Okay.
be Demi Lovato if you wanted to.
Oh God, that's the love of my life right there. All right.
Okay.
All right. We're gonna go with Patty on vocals, Matt Good on guitar and backing vocals, or I
Okay.
guess dual vocals, like a
Dual
Hidden
vocals?
Plainview,
Okay, tight.
Taking Back Sunday kind of thing.
Okay.
Me on lead guitar because I would want to be in this band like there's no tomorrow.
So you have a drummer and a bass player.
Yeah, I need a drummer and a bass player. So we're gonna go with. God, this is so hard. All right, no, I'm just gonna throw it out there because he's super good. The drummer from The Dangerous Summer. I can never remember his name, and that's horrible of me because they're one of my favorite bands of all time. But I can never remember the drummer's damn name.
We'll also put text to that too.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that more than anything.
Future tens of praying.
And we're gonna go with. I'm gonna say the bassist from Movements.
Yeah?
I don't know his name either.
All right, we'll
But
also
I
put
listen
text to
Feel
that
Something
too.
all of the. I listen to Feel Something a lot, and just his bass work is so good.
It's
So we're
underrated.
gonna go with that for now.
Okay. Sick.
Yeah, I'm gonna being totally under pressure, not being given enough time to answer this. We're gonna go with that for now.
I will say, on Chris's defense, we did this like major last minute. So
Yeah.
And also, I don't reveal my questions at all. So
Which is good. It makes me think.
yeah. So there you go. Awesome. I'm gonna make a cut real quick, Chris, because
Yeah,
we might be running over a little bit.
that's fine. Do what you need to. Oh my God, that's such a good question.
Thank you, Chris. All right. So my next question is another fun one. If there was one song that you wish you wrote, what would it be?
I have a few answers for this.
Okay.
Actually, "The Permanent Rain" by The Dangerous Summer is my favorite song of all time.
Okay.
I wish I wrote that. I really wish I wrote "Without You" and "Hangman." Ooh.
God, we're gonna fall over. That was close.
good?
We're good.
Good? Solid. All right. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I really wish I wrote "The Permanent Rain" by The Dangerous Summer. My favorite song of all time. Has a lot of personal meaning to me. I wish I wrote that. Excuse me. Drinking tea. I really wish I wrote... One of my favorite records from this year is Vertical Love by Selfish Things.
Oh, nice.
I
Okay.
really wish I wrote specifically "Without You" and "Hangman" off of that record.
Okay, cool.
And I wish I wrote "Good Morning." I wish I was in Selfish Things. But I really wish specifically I wrote "Without You," "Hangman," and "Good Morning Miss America." I really wish I wrote those. I know I don't write hardcore, but I really wish I wrote "Ghost" by Counterparts, because lyrically and musically that song is just a masterpiece in and of itself. I'm gonna stop myself there because I'm gonna think too much. I'm gonna think too much. I'm gonna think way too much. So
You
we can stop there.
You know the classic case of you'll find out more later
Yeah.
when you're not on camera. But
Exactly.
the last thing, probably the most important thing, Chris, tell them about your band Highwind. Obviously I'm a big proponent of what you do. So tell them where they can.
More than anything.
Of course, no problem. Tell them about your band, where they can find you at, and like you said, things have been kind of quiet, but you might have something in the future. You might want to spill the beans on.
Okay. Well,
on Audio Addiction.
we're in the beginning of everything.
Okay.
So long story short, Highwind is very much a new solo project I've been working on. I've been in the studio since about May, working on this EP by myself. With the help of CJ Rorella producing and mixing everything. If you want to
Check out
follow,
Cardinals.
yes, Cardinals are phenomenal. Some of my favorite people in the entire world. Let me tell you.
They have to come on. We've been trying to. Please come on, Cardinals. But anyway, Chris, sorry, cut you off.
Dude, you're totally fine. If you want to follow social medias and everything like that, Instagram is HighwindNJ.
Yes.
It's on Facebook as Highwind. If you want to follow my personal Instagram too, because I'll be promoting a lot there, it's Chris Russo Jr. As far as music goes, when I have it out, it'll be on iTunes, it'll be on Spotify, it'll be on Bandcamp, it'll be on YouTube. If you want to come to the first show that I'm playing, if you're in like the central or closer to southern New Jersey area, we'll be playing at EJ's Tap House in Seaside Heights on October 26th with Poeta, with Sales Ahead, Pulses, and Actually I'm a Ghost. Phenomenal lineup. Sierra's the best for putting this thing together. Yeah, that's really all I have to say right now. I really don't want to give too much away. Just know that the music video that I'm ready to put out. I'm very excited for you all to see it. I'm very excited for all of you to hear the new music I'm putting together. It's very different from anything I've ever done in the past. It's something I'm very proud of. I'm working with Chris Kunachuk as my director, who's a super good friend of mine. He's in the High School Superstars, who are also a phenomenally...
We just did an interview with them.
Yes, and I haven't even seen it yet, and I know that's going to be great, and y'all are going to love it.
Anyway, for those of you, because the magics of editing, my camera almost died. So
it didn't die, though. We're good.
Didn't
We're
die.
solid.
We're hopefully okay. I'm going to keep an eye on it, so if you see me flinching, it's because I'm scared it's going to fall over again. But
and
anyway,
I'll probably do the same thing.
Chris, tell them about your band. I'm going to just stand over here, and you could do all that shit, so I'm not going to...
All right, so I'll move over a little bit so I can be center. Hi, camera. Hi, world. So, to give, again, I guess another little brief explanation, my name is Chris Russo. I'm working on a new solo project called Highwind. Right now, we don't have a whole lot out just yet, but I've been working on an EP since May. I've been working by myself with CJ Rorella, producing and mixing everything. If you want to follow Instagram and everything like that to make sure you want to keep up to date, the Instagram is HighwindNJ. The Facebook, you can find me at Highwind. If you want to follow like my personal Instagram to keep up with that as well, it's under Chris Russo Jr. Like I was saying before, I should have something out like late fall, early winter. If you want
fall
to,
now, Chris.
Huh?
It's technically fall now,
but it's
Chris.
early fall. So, the first show that I'm playing will be October 26th at EJ's Tap House in Seaside Heights. If you're from like the central/southern New Jersey area, we'll be playing with Poeta, with Sails Ahead, Pulses, and Actually I'm a Ghost. If you're in the area, please come out. It would mean the world to me if you got to check out the first show. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, keep on the lookout. I've been working on a music video with Chris Kunachuk, who's also in the High School Superstars, who are some super close friends of mine.
Shout out to them.
So yeah, just keep on the lookout. I'm very excited to show all of you what I have in store.
Also, I'm behind the camera now, so this thing doesn't fly off. But thanks very much to Chris. Chris knows how much, how close he is to me. So go check out his new music, Highwind. Check out his, all of the social media in the link below. Honestly, truly, like, this guy's got it. So please go show him some love.
You're the best, dude. You are too sweet to me. Thank you.
No problem. Also, if you enjoyed this interview and also the camera flying away, maybe I'll put it at the end. Who knows? Just please share it, give it a like, subscribe. It goes a long way. Got some big things coming up, and I'll be doing an update video very soon. So
wait, hold on. Change my answer for the supergroup thing. The drummer from Counterparts to my band. That's my drummer.
Okay.
There we go.
Dunzo. Finish that out, Chris. Much love to Chris as always, and thanks to Highwind/Chris for coming on.
Oh my god.
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Of course, if you enjoy what we do, make sure to go check out the other series we do. We do album reviews, we do band interviews, and we do live videos, so definitely go check that out. Hit that subscribe button. It really helps our channel, helps us grow. Make sure to hit that like button as well. Go follow us on social media. That's all down below. We try to keep that as updated as possible. We also made a new website where we'll be posting photos of upcoming concerts and stuff like that, which you can go check out at audioaddictionmedia.com and come get your fix with us, guys. Talk to you later. Deuces.